3.
Hey guys! Welcome back to TNT. I'm by myself. There's no Rob. He's behind the camera. Alright, so I get to TNT. I cannot get this wrong. We're going to start it off with, right, Townsley and Taylor. This is going to be a special one today, actually, because we are at a charity that both Rob and I support and are hoping to teach you a little bit more about it so that you can support as well. So this is Shine Through the Rain. This office is located in Newmarket, and I am here today with Lori Dossimo. And Lori, thank you for being with us today on this.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yes.
I so appreciate you being here and for the support from both of you. It really means a lot.
That's excellent. We are happy to do it. So tell us first, for those who aren't familiar with Shine Through the Rain, what is Shine Through the Rain? Who do you help?
Okay, well, first of all, we are a registered charity, and we may have helped someone everybody knows, possibly, because when you're diagnosed with a life-threatening illness, whether it's COVID, cancer, any other life-threatening illness, it is so easy to get behind. There's income loss, and there's so many additional unexpected expenses people experience and they have to face. There's the everyday cost of living plus the new medical related expenses. So it's easy to get behind with utilities, rent, and we help patients and their families when they're diagnosed and they're behind. So we help overdue rent, overdue utilities. We provide grocery gift cards to their local grocery store, and hospital parking costs. That's a really big unexpected expense as well. Also camp scholarships on the little bit happier side for the children, just to help reintegrate back into a play, some kind of a play life. It might look a little different today with social distancing or a virtual experience or a tutoring experience, but we help in those ways as well.
So that's amazing, because it's interesting listening to all of the things that you were talking. A lot of families are suffering that with COVID, so people are aware of that now, right? Whereas before, they might not have been quite as aware that these struggles were going on. But I think what we want to say is we know that there are people who are struggling through that with COVID, but this is add another layer onto this. These people were suffering and having these struggles well before COVID. This was specifically because they were diagnosed with life-threatening illness. So imagine you already have those struggles, and then COVID comes along again, and you have that, you still don't have the opportunity to make the money, right? So I just don't want anyone to get confused, because these are people who have that extra layer of being diagnosed, and they've been suffering this for some time before that.
Melissa, you're absolutely correct. People were diagnosed before COVID hit. Some even before we heard about a pandemic was on its way. And others, they've been diagnosed after COVID. One other thing people may or may not be aware of, and this is certainly really scary for our patients, and really scary, disheartening to their healthcare professionals as well. Some of the people we see, not only do they have those financial and social emotional challenge I mentioned before because of their diagnosis, they've also been told their treatments are on hold, some of them. Right. Some of their surgeries have been on hold, and that is terrifying for them, first for the medical reasons, and then also because they know they will get further behind and further in financial despair. And we're seeing a lot of fear now.
Right. So in order to get the support to help these families, two questions I have, and I'll ask them in two parts. But one, the first question is going to be, how do people find you? How do people who are in need, how do they get directed to you? I found you by doing a walk, and I wasn't even sure quite what you were until I came and met you and was like overwhelmed and said, we have to help these people. But how do people get into your system if they're having those needs?
Okay, there's usually two ways people come to us. One, referral from their healthcare professional, like their physician, hospital social worker, nurse. You do need that healthcare professional linkage, referral. A second way how people find us is they know someone. Could be another patient that they've come into contact with since their diagnosis, or it could be a friend of theirs who told them, you know what, shine through the rain, help me. Check them out, they might be able to help you. But no matter how you hear about us, we will require some kind of a healthcare professional referral or signature on the application form,
Right.
even.
Okay, that's good to know, because I'm sure someone listening to this is like, oh, maybe this is the answer for someone in their life, right? You can say.
Well, actually, chances are that I've heard that there's a 90% chance that the person, everyone who's watching, there's a 90% chance that the person who's been diagnosed with a life-threatening illness is having a financial challenge. They're usually too embarrassed to talk about it, to tell you about it. It's through no fault of their own that they're in this medical and resulting financial situation. That's what we're here for, is to help with overdue rent, past due utilities, grocery cards, hospital parking costs, and then the more fun part, getting back into the socialization, whatever that looks like today, with camp scholarships.
So I do know okay, so let's go to the other side now. I'm someone sitting watching and I want to help. I want to donate or sponsor. What will that look like? What are the avenues I can do to do that? And what is your greatest need? I think people always want to know that.
Okay, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. Our greatest need is always financial donations, the monetary donations, because we never know from year to year, let alone month to month, especially this year. It's been a different kind of a year with the virus. We never know what the patient needs are going to be. It could be for grocery gift cards. That's what we found. Patient requests were, well, we need food. Right now, evictions are starting to be permitted. We've actually seen some notices come through into our office, disconnected utilities. We know that's opened up now as well. And we've heard from patients and hospital social workers that they're really nervous and concerned about that because it's built up for so long. So the financial, with the financial donations, it helps us to go, well, this patient over here, they have an eviction notice, or this one over here, or these several have utilities. So the financial donations always give us the flexibility to meet the most pressing, urgent needs from month to month.
Okay, great. And I know that Rob and I just brought bags of clothes to you today, so I know you're having a current drive.
Yes.
And that's for clothing of anyone in the family, correct?
Anyone, any age, any kind of clothing, and thank you, both of you. All the bags you brought in, you've been very, very busy in your spare time cleaning out closets, so thank you. We actually are having now until November the 2nd, 4:30, November the 2nd, what we call a fun drive. We're collecting clothes in good, reusable, sellable condition, because that's how we're going to make our money. That's one of our fundraisers. Any age, any kind of clothes, shoes, accessories, towels, linens, items like that. We really appreciate that. I'll give you our contact information as well after I run through a couple of other ideas,
Please.
if I could.
And we'll be sure to add it to the end of the video too.
Yes, we will.
when it's on
Thank
there.
you.
So.
Okay, so in addition to the fund drive, we have a gift card project. Now, I mentioned the extra expenses patients and their families don't realize that they have. So you have, of course, your hospital parking. When you're in the hospital or when someone is permitted to visit in the hospital, you have treatments, many more medical appointments. You still have to eat. And there always isn't the time or energy or ability to cook or prepare your meals. So it's really helpful for our patients to have restaurant dining cards, like ultimate dining cards are ideal because of the multiple, or Tim Horton cards. They're in the hospitals, Tim Hortons, gas cards, because it's really expensive, especially when you have to travel out of town to a specialist hospital, the distance on that. Toiletries, they need extra toiletries, maybe assistive devices. Like gift cards for pharmacies where they could pick up their toiletries. So we have that, the gift card project. We're always in need of receiving gift cards. And we've actually signed up to a program for our gift card project where, in addition to receiving the donated gift cards, every time through Fundscript, it's called Fundscript, when it's purchased online through Fundscript, you just look for our charity, Shine Through the Rain Foundation. Fundscript, they make a cash donation towards us, so we win both ways, and it costs you as the donor nothing extra. So that's a fabulous way. We can receive gift cards to forward on to the patient families when they request it, and also the Fundscript will donate money to us, in which we can give back to the patients again that way. And then also, in addition to the fund drive, the gift card project, it's always financial donations that we need in addition to that, whether it's $1 or $2 and upwards to whatever is comfortable for the individual donor. So we have those three ways how people can help us and the patients in return.
That is amazing. I'm already, like, ideas are clicking about this Fundscript thing, because whenever you can double down, I love when you can double down. And speaking of doubling down, this is a good time to bring up, we're doing a fantastic fundraiser, Rob, for Shine Through the Rain. Lori's aware of it. She thinks you're so brave, because we are going to be going to the spa, and you will be shaved, or no, you won't be shaved, that'd be too kind. You're going to be waxed. And depending on how much we raise is how many body parts he gets waxed. So I am super excited. He thinks that this is going to be over now because we talked about it in the spring. But no. We have Christmas time coming, and what a better time to give and rip Rob's hair out from the roots. I think it would be now. So that's going to be, so keep an eye out for that, because you can help, and all that money's going to come to Shine Through the Rain too, because we love these guys. Now, Lori, is there anything else? I want to make sure we've hit everything. I think you guys are fantastic. Well, you guys in general as people are really fantastic. You know, you come from the heart. I can tell that it really matters to you what you're doing, and these people matter. And that shines through. Pardon the pun, but it does. Okay. So I want to make sure, is there anything else you'd like to say? This is kind of your platform now.
Well, thank you again. So that I would like to thank. It's always great to have your support, the opportunity for public awareness. We talked about how we help patients when they're diagnosed with life-threatening illnesses, emergency financial support, social emotional support. We talked about how the donors can get involved, whether it's the clothing fund drive until November 2nd. We talked about the gift card project, where when you make purchases through Fundscript, we receive not only the gift cards but a financial donation from Fundscript. And we also talked about financial donation. What I would like to emphasize, I know I mentioned this earlier, the person you know right now who's diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. It doesn't have to be terminal. They may be struggling financially. I would really like to bring again to your awareness, if, okay, it can be difficult to ask, well, how are you doing financially? But maybe just let them know, you know, I heard about the Shine Through the Rain Foundation. They help patients with life-threatening illnesses. You may want to check them out to see if they could be of benefit, whether it's now or down the road. Just to plant that seed to let them know we're here for them. There's no cost. We do not charge any kind of a fee. It's a free service to them. And the 15th of the month is our deadline. If the 15th is on the weekend, then whatever the date of that Friday is. We do like to receive the applications in as close to the 1st of the month as possible or shortly after, because so many times people will forget to attach a copy of their overdue bill. And that way it gives us a little bit of time to go back and forth to say, oh, we received your application, but something's missing or a signature is missing. So we really stress that, to apply as close to the 1st as possible, just for that little bit of breathing space, and it's just better for the patients all around. And we thank you for your support and the awareness. And Rob, good luck to you at the spa.
We'll talk about that.
I am. Oh no, it's happening. There's one more thing, and I know we didn't mention location. I can say where you are, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're on Gorham Street in Newmarket.
Yes.
Now, can anybody, if someone's watching this, like what's your geographical limitation where people can come?
Okay, we will actually help across Canada. Doesn't matter where you are in Canada. And you don't have to come to the office. Everything is done in other ways. Some people mail in their applications. I'll give you the address. Most people will either submit online or email as well. Even faxes, we have that capability. So whatever the patient and their referring healthcare professional, whatever works for them, that works for us as well. And their address is 1211 Gorham Street, Unit 12, Newmarket, Ontario. Our toll-free number is 1-866-753-0303. Or you could check us out online for our application, more information, shinethroughtherain.ca. You could contact us through there, or our email, info@shinethroughtherain.ca.
Thank you so much, Lori. Big virtual hug because we're in COVID.
Virtual yes. Yes.
But these things, I really appreciate you talking to us, because these things don't stop because of COVID. Like with COVID, we shut down a lot of things, and the needs that these people have don't shut down. And it's difficult sometimes when you're unsure of your own future, what's going to happen. But I can speak honestly that, you know, you may diminish the amount that you can give, or maybe it changes form, maybe it's not money, maybe you have gift cards that are sitting around your house. I think everyone does, you know, from Christmas, that, you know, you go through and here they are. All of those things can actually go to good use. Your old clothes, your old gift cards, and your new money. So that's all we need. But thank you so much, Lori, and we look forward to a continued partnership with you. And let's help, guys. So next time, maybe I'll let Rob come in. But thanks for listening, guys, and share this out if you can. TNT out!